St. Patrick's Day special.
Oh, we promised and failed to deliver a Sean Duty episode because...
Did we promise? I thought we were just kind of talking shit. I didn't realize we promised that.
We were talking shit, but some people seem to have thought that it was going to be the Sean Duty episode where we delve into the life of Sean Duty. But look, our whole thing is that we're going to actually set up the Sean Duty dating game, which is going to be great.
Yeah, you'll know, man. You'll know.
You'll know. Okay, just fucking cool your jets, man. 3 people fucking got me on Facebook. Dial that shit back. I like that you're into it, but...
Is Sean Duty into it is the question. I haven't talked... I have not spoken to Sean Duty since episode 10's recording. I don't know what's going on.
Wait, really? What's the story?
I don't talk to him that much. I mean, I think you definitely talk to him more than I do.
That's very sad because I talk to him about once every 2 weeks.
Oh, there you go.
Wait, so you just don't take me into that world for a minute? You just don't ever talk to him?
No, I'll get the occasional text. I'll send the occasional, when we find out one of our former roommates is a sex offender, we'll share a text. But it's a rarity that I'm in the same room as Sean Duty.
Well, then I'm gonna certainly have to come down so we can get everybody in the same room again. Maybe that's why you wanted to sleep over last time. So he can be close to you. Yeah, he missed your presence. He's like, oh, my old friend Andrew from high school. Remember him?
It occurs to me I don't talk to anybody anymore. I don't use my mouth anymore. There's going to be a point in my 70s when I suffer a seizure and I can't use it anymore. It won't affect my life at all. I'll text the guy at the grocery store. How much is that?
Hey, you still
How much is that?
How much is the... This
is the most I talk. Man. This is it.
We're jamming, so that's good. This is the most I talk during the week, too, except... at work, but I won't dare say what I say on the podcast at work.
Yeah, that shit doesn't count.
Yeah, it doesn't count. So, I'm currently drinking let's see, I'm going to get the proper, I'm drinking, finally, it cost me a lot of money, and it's not available in every store. So I'm going to use this momentous occasion to announce that I'm drinking a Monster Energy Absolutely Zero drink right now. And I also bought a pint of ice cream.
So, wait a minute. Wait. So, you got this... Is it the zero carb Monster Energy drink?
Yes.
You got the zero carb energy drink and a pint of ice cream?
Yes. Much like my life, it's complete... That is the absolute, bottom line of my life. If you ever want to just everyone just illustrate my life. I am the monster, the absolutely 0 calorie, 0 carb monster drink next to the pint of Stewart's ice cream that I will devour while watching American Idol or some shit tonight. That's my life. As I informed the Tumblr community, and now I'll inform everybody else, I went on a date. The girl that I mentioned. Oh, yeah. The girl I mentioned in episode 14, the girl with the armpit hair and the tattoos and my dream girl, and she looks so good. I said fuck it, and I did a little leg work.
You went on fucking Facebook, didn't you?
No, she doesn't have a Facebook, which made things challenging. But I did a little leg work, and not the good kind of leg work, to get her phone number, and I got it. A good friend of mine texted a couple people and got her number.
So she's got a phone but no Facebook.
It's true.
What's up?
I'm not sure. She's kind of a hermit. She lives that solo life.
All right.
I don't know. Anyway, so I guess it was a total anomaly that I saw her at that show because she doesn't usually go to shows, and she just lives a very insular, normal life. Yet is really.
Yet has a tattoo of Spike from the Gremlins tattooed on her cheek.
Pretty much. And but blows came to go. I'm hungover and sad, and my meds are all fucked up, and I may not be able to talk that well. So bear with me.
I'm actually working out again right now.
Oh yeah, I hate you so much. I was switched to Seroquel XR extended release, and it makes me lightheaded, and it's makes my tongue fucking... I can't... Sometimes it makes me speak not in a great way. So,
all right.
And it makes me piss every 5 minutes, which is amazing.
I like recording these on Sundays because we're always in very different shapes on Sundays. You're really hungover, and Sundays are my carb load, just fucking eat brownies all day. So I'm fucking going for it.
Yeah, Andrew, though, I have to kind of latch onto your train though, because you have that nice life, and I'm not. I'm not there yet, but I'm getting there. I have to stop drinking so much.
The jury's out on how nice my life is, but I'll take the compliment where I can get it.
I'm 35 and I just started drinking like lots of beer, so like today I filled in for a friend of mine at a record store locally, and I just had to drink like 2 big Modelo beers, like totally licking my wounds. And the Seroquel is no joke. It is for people with like psychosis, which I have. People, it's like like losing touch with reality, confusion.
Yeah, it's absolutely unplugging.
Yeah. And they're really not supposed to drink at all. And I had like 2 beers, so whatever. But it's like hitting me hard, this fucking Seroquel XR. I was on normal Seroquel, but they're like, well, if you miss, like, you have to take it like right at like 11 o'clock at night. And I was always missing it, and it wasn't really helping. So they're like, oh, we'll give you XR, and it's kind of an extended release. You can take it whenever you want. And I'm like, okay, but it's like a completely different formulation. And it's really fucking me up. So that's why sometimes I say things that like I just went on like a weird tangent, and I just yeah. So anyway,
all right. Through the magic of editing, we'll get through this one.
Through the magic of editing, we'll get through this one well. So I'm back on my meds, but not doing well. Anyway, I went back. So I did some legwork, talked to this girl. It's like, hey, let me take you to the Asian market, of course. And then I'll take you out for some pho, Vietnamese soup for you uncultured Philistines out there.
The flyovers.
Yeah, you fucking flyover motherfuckers. Like the one person in North Dakota or South Dakota who listened to us. Pho is a Vietnamese delicacy.
He was waiting for you to say the K.
Yeah, pho. Yeah, you want to go out for like the Asian market and fuck. So it was, Andrew, it was the best date I've had in years.
All right.
It was awesome, and she's awesome. And so cool, and she's right on time and right on the line, and it's fun, and it has like armpit hair, which is so fucking hot, and like cool hair, and she's really into cool stuff, and she didn't know, like, she never had Vietnamese food before, so I like brought her into my world,
All right.
I'm like, next time I'm going to take you to fucking, Ethiopian food shit. And we're talking about, like, having, like, cute little conversations, talking about the difference between, like, Asian coffee and South American coffee and fucking shit you talk about and forget about immediately. Mm-hmm. And so everything's going great. And then we go to the grocery store, and we're buying shit, and she, like, starts with that, like, cutesy but also kind of dirty talk, and I'm like, oh, my God, this couldn't be going any better. I've got a fucking Roni here, to paraphrase Bobby Brown, I've got a fucking Roni on my hands here, man. She's a super fly girl, like, no question. And I'm like, shit like this doesn't usually happen to me, so I'm, like, flying on cloud 10. Fuck cloud 9. I'm on cloud 10 about all this. Go back to her apartment. Turns out it's right next to where I lived for 3.5 years, so that was really weird.
No shit.
Yeah. And I pull in the parking lot, and I pull up, and I just park in a...
Oh, I know exactly the one you mean. Yeah, all right.
Oh, yeah.
Now there's a parking lot involved. I got it.
Yeah, Delaware Avenue. And I park right next to her car without knowing what her car is. And she's like, oh, that's weird. You parked right next to my car. And I was like, oh, it must mean something. Yeah, maybe not. And maybe not. So, like, I'm totally saying, look, I'm going to be a gentleman. I'm not even going to try to move in on any type of sexual, like, activity tonight because I actually like her, And so we're just talking. We start watching Trailer Park Boys, which is like funny, I guess. It was cool, Really sweet girl. And I'm like, yeah. So I'm about to leave. Got my shoes on, and I'm like, yo. So can I see you again soon? And she's like, see me how? Like dating? And I'm like, yeah. We just had an awesome date. And she's like, well, I kind of just broke up with my boyfriend in December, so I feel kind of still broken up. So, but we can hang out and be buds.
It's probably a long walk back to that car, huh?
Oh, my God. And I'm going to be 36 soon, Andrew. Okay, like, can some fucking Roni out there just decide she wants to date me for a little while? It's been over a year, motherfucker.
But listen, I gotta get at this girl and fucking set her ass straight.
That's what a couple people said today. I was like, holy fuck.
She's got her head all turned around. She's fucking acting a fool.
But I couldn't even be mad because she did it. She was honest in a cool way. I was strung along for 10 months with a girl who felt the exact same way. So I said, thank you. And, we made like tentative plans for this week, but how that shit goes. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Oh my God. But the funny thing was, like, as soon as I got in my car, I forgot that I was listening to, like, I got in my car and, like, the sports radio was on, like, on low because we were talking in the car. I turned it up and just hit the CD player, and I have Cameo Don't Be Lonely in the fucking CD player, and it comes on immediately. And I'm like, it's like the roll credits moment, or that's like the soundtrack to me driving out of the parking lot. It's like, don't be lonely.
See, I assumed you just sat in the parking lot, gunned the engine in neutral, and screamed.
No, not quite.
Had like a real fucking, what was his name from Ferris Bueller moment where he just fucking flips out.
I've done that before in my life,
but
no, I elected to turn right on St. James Place and stop at the red light there while Cameo was playing, and I just said, God damn it, motherfucker, God damn it, why? And then that was it, and then I cooled off.
All right.
And, like, I managed to be, like, charming and funny and cool, I think. Even though I was in, like, a haze because these new meds, this new version of these meds are, like, really fucking me up. But... So that's my life right now. I'm fighting off... Because I was the type of person, I would get into, like, a fucking state over this for, like, months. But I'm pretty much over it as I'm talking because this is very cathartic and nice to talk about. But it's like, man, can I get a break? Can I get, like, a table dance or, like, brother, can you spare a dime? That kind of shit. I'm in, like, that kind of mode.
I'm coming up there. I'm gonna set her ass straight.
Well, knock on her door. Let's just say, yo, what's up? Mm-hmm. First, it's like,
Listen, I'm in sales, man. I'll sell the virtues of you all day. It's all right.
I would love it if you sold. Maybe sometimes you need to sell the virtues of me to me. So if you could just give me like a weekly affirmation, that would be great.
See what I can do.
I was just, but I was happy with myself and I was impressed with myself that I was so. Being out of the game for so long and being a turnoff to women for so long, I was still able to be like go on an awesome date and create an awesome date. I think we went to the Goodwill. It was like cool stuff that fucking young hip people do.
That sounds fantastic to me. I'll go out with you.
Yeah, you go out with me? Oh my
God,
why not?
That's
great. Oh, that's awesome, Andrew. That's why I was kind of bringing this up because I was hoping that maybe you would help me get through this tough time.
I got it. I understand subtext.
Oh, that's really good. No, we live so far away from each other though. We'll have to like Skype and
we'll have to Skype in, man. That's it.
Yeah, we'll have to like Skype and like fall asleep together, facing each other on Skype, and then you like wake up and you're still on Skype, and I'm like, wake up, baby, time to go to work, and they're like, oh my God, I can't believe. I heard people talk about that. That's actually how people do long distance relationships. They fall asleep together on Skype.
Oh yeah,
I'm on Skype for like 45 minutes, and I'm like, fucking checking Facebook. I'm like watching a movie, and I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah. Like I couldn't, I don't know.
We know a dude. I don't know if you had heard this if this was still in the band or after you had left, but we know a dude who drummed for a pretty big band, might still, I don't know. And when he was dating a girl he was really into, and when they would do breakdowns and he would be doing double kick parts, he would put his sticks down and pick up his BlackBerry and text his girl while playing and then put it down and then start to play again. That's that long distance shit.
Oh, I know exactly, dude. That was me in Germany hearing the text come through. Hearing the text come through while I have my phone plugged in on top of my amp, like, and I would walk over as I'm playing a song, wait for the ring out part, and check my text. That's exactly what I did.
All right.
Oh, fucking kill me now. I'm like really like this might be like overnight drive by overnight drive 20. You might be after having to broadcast by a mental hospital or from a mental hospital.
You finish up that monster. We're bringing you back up. That's it.
I'm almost done, man. I got this.
All right. I drank an espresso soda a little before we started. That's going to hit me pretty soon.
I'm glad it didn't explode all over your freezer this time.
No. I made sure it was only in the fridge. I played this one smart.
Good. I'm glad. To the AstraZeneca Corporation, you are preventing me from speaking clearly. The manufacturers of Seroquel XR, and you're making me feel weird. I hate you so much.
So what's the deal? Are you're on this shit permanently now, or they're going to switch you back to the other one?
I don't know. I'm on medication for the rest of my life, which is a drag. But I mean, it could be worse. I could be on I could have AIDS and be on AZT.
Yeah, you could be swinging a samurai sword at a cop in Indiana right now and not understand what you're doing.
yeah. No, I am completely in control of my capacities. I don't get confused. I don't get that dissociative shit anymore, which is great. But it's just whenever you do a meds change, it's like, for like a month, it's like, wow, unbelievably, like I'm tongue-tied a lot, especially today, and it doesn't make for. So if you're out there, you can. This is like a dark podcast because I had that soul-crushing experience with it.
This really is. This is getting heavy already.
No, well, women are my trigger, and this is like my ideal, ideal woman. We had a whole like half-hour talk about body hair, and I was like so hard, dude. I had like no idea, dude. I was like, oh, totally. And there was no reason why a woman should shave anywhere, really. And she's like, oh, right on. I'm like, yes, this is gonna be so awesome.
Right on.
I know you don't agree, dude. Okay? I know. What if you came home and your girlfriend was like, I'm giving up shaving for Lent, and you're gonna have to you're gonna have to do some Steve Irwin shit, bushwhacking.
Don't put me in that position. Don't. It's not a conversation we need to have on the air.
It could happen, dude. No, that's bad. You can edit that out if you'd like. Anyways, enough about me, man. Because I feel like I just talk about myself way too much. How was your week, pal? Now that I've talked about my perils for 17 minutes and wasted everybody's time.
I don't know what I did this week. That's how boring my week was. I have no fucking idea what I did this week. I went up to a different spot. I worked in a different location for 2 days out of the week, and it was up in the Upper East Side. It was very boring. I talked to a lot of extremely affluent and extremely old people.
So you talked to Bob Dylan, essentially.
No, not even Bob Dylan. Just random fucking people who were lawyers in the 60s who've somehow survived through the miracle of modern medicine to their 110s. They still have money, and they're like, I don't like this.
To their 110s, and they still have money. I love that.
Yeah, they all look like the Crypt Keeper. It's fucking awful. Did I ever tell you my Bob Dylan story?
Not on the podcast. I would love to hear it.
This was what? I want to say 6 months ago.
About 6 months.
I was at the Barclays Center in the bowels of the Barclays Center, working in pardon me, working in the suite of one of the owners, doing some just install work, getting him a sound system, all that shit that fucking rich people really don't need and want. And I'm playing the speakers really loud, just making sure they're gonna work and everything's good. And there's a band sound checking. I'm just not paying attention. I don't give a shit. And I'm playing the speakers, and someone taps me in the shoulder, and I turn around, and in my face, in like kissing distance from me, is Bob Dylan.
Wow.
And he's like, hey, do you think we're going to be loud enough tonight? And then saunters away, and my fucking mind broke. He walked away. There was just 2 seconds where I'm like, I'm going to lay in the ground. I don't know. That's the only way I know how to process this information is fucking horizontally.
Think we'll be loud enough tonight? Like he was doing that total Jesus Christ.
Yeah, what am I supposed to yeah, it was very, very weird.
I would have been like, man, Mozambique's my favorite song. I only like one song of yours. It's Mozambique.
By the time I even really processed what happened, he was already like 20 feet away. Any further communication would have been awkward as shit.
I would have yelled,
I was just like,
me, man. I would have went all out.
You would have just gone for it.
Yeah, when I worked at Kim's on St. Mark's, little Steven from Little Steven from the E Street Band came in.
Oh, yeah.
And we were like, yeah, dude, right on. Little Steven. And he looked at us. He's like, yeah. And when he was about to leave, he got a little too far away. And I'm like, hey, Miami Steve, good luck in the Super Bowl, dude. And he, like, walked out and then turned back in. He walked out and then turned back in. He's like, what'd you say? I was like, Miami Steve. He's like, people don't call me that anymore. I'm Little Steven now. I was like, no shit. Fucking get it. Like, this shows you no matter how much money you have, your sense of humor probably goes out the fucking door. Especially if you're talking to the same people all the time. Like, you know, like then you get the joke. I'm calling you Miami Steve, man. You know, we're not gonna play Sun City. Remember that song, man? Like, I really wanted to vibe with him. No. If you're a Bruce Springsteen fan, I'll take you down for a minute and explore Little Steven, a.k.a. Miami Steve's solo work and Clarence Clemens' solo work. His not to speak ill of the dead, but Clarence Clemens did a song with Jackson Browne that might be the most homoerotic song and video of all time, where they just proclaim their love for each other, which is it's called You're a Friend of Mine, but it goes a little further than that. I think they got into some soft bi stuff.
All right. Gets lonely on that bus.
You're a friend of mine. Yeah, exactly. It does. It does get lonely on that bus. We've been on a bus, kind of. You never went on the Euro tour.
Gets lonely in that foot-smelling van.
Gets lonely in that foot-smelling van, listening to Rush tapes and shit.
It's funny you brought up Little Steven, though, because Bob Dylan and Bruce Springsteen, two super iconic bands or performers or whatnot, that I just do not give a shit about in any capacity. They could both disappear and I wouldn't even lose. I'd go to sleep and I'd be like, oh, that's weird. Okay, good night.
I like Dancing in the Dark. I like, let's see, what else? I like Glory Days. Bob Dylan, I kind of like one or two songs. I like Idiot Wind, because it's basically it's like all he does is talk shit on his ex-wife, Sarah. Mm-hmm. And I really like, Mozambique, because it's like a cheesy, like it's Bob Dylan trying to be Cat Stevens, which is like blows my fucking mind. Like it's like David Bowie trying to be Mark Bolan at one point, but David Bowie was David Bowen. Why can't I speak tonight? Jesus,
man.
Anyway. Yeah, my old pal David Bowen, remember him? He was awesome.
I'm firing on two cylinders right now.
I'm firing on no cylinders right now. Anyway, it's like David Bowie was such a fucking shapeshifter anyway. He tried to be I only really like David Bowie. I only really like Let's Dance.
It's another one. Couldn't care less.
You don't like Let's Dance?
Don't. I'll take Modern Love and Let's Dance. After that, I don't give a shit about David Bowie. Before that, I don't give a shit about David Bowie. Dude can lift out of life. I don't care.
That goes back to like the people you're supposed to like. Mm-hmm. Like I like Wings way better than I like the Beatles.
Yeah, Beatles don't care.
Yeah, I don't really care. I like Rod Stewart's like disco songs.
Once middle-aged women get into Rod Stewart, then I'll sit in on that.
But like I like one Led Zeppelin song called "The Crunge" because it's like a real throwaway, like almost white funk number.
I remember there was when we were in London, we saw a billboard for Rod Stewart. Like, hey, Rod Stewart's playing, and Eric Busta got really mad at it. For some reason, that was like a trigger for him. He just got really mad at us.
Rod Stewart, it's so well. He was hat tip to Eric Busta, by the way. He's expecting a child. He just put that out on Facebook. Right? Yeah, good for him.
Wow.
Let the goalie let one pass the net. Now he's got a babbling, bouncing baby Busta.
Baby Busta
on his hands. Yep. Iggy Busta. Iggy Busta. But yeah, he was. I think he was convinced that some of the music I listen to, I just listen to be edgy. But the fact remains that I just listen to stuff I like, and the stuff I like tends to be the great artists at their quote-unquote worst moments.
The absolute lowest of the valleys.
Like my favorite Gang of Four album is Hard, their desperate attempt to be Human League to make a couple dollars. I love that album. That's probably my favorite album of all time. My favorite Human League song is Human, done by Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. It's basically like a white British guy singing R&B, like Quiet Storm music. Speaking of Quiet Storm music, I worked at a record store today. And this kid came in, and I was listening to Renee and Angela, I'll Be Good. And he's like, oh, what's this? Is this new? And I was like, no, this is just some 80s R&B music. And he's like, well, what do you mean? Like R&B, like R&B, like stopped in like the 70s. And I had to give him like, I had to give him like a whole primer. And like I really didn't want to, but he kept pressing me. But it's kind of like a patronizing way. And it's actually the first time in my whole life I felt like an old man explaining how things used to be.
I was do you ever feel like, holy fuck, this is my future if I don't fucking about face really quickly? Anytime I get in those situations, I see myself, like I step out of myself and I see the conversation from a third-party perspective. No. I freak the fuck out. The fuck out.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I was like,
oh my, is that me? I'm 40 pounds overweight and I'm wearing like a fucking, like an Austin radio station fucking like trucker hat and oh my God, what happened to me?
That's the exact moment I had. I'm like, wow, I weigh 280. I'm wearing a size XXL Woolrich flannel shirt I found at the Goodwill. No, I opened a suitcase because I thought the suitcase was cool and there was just a bunch of clothes in there, so I bought the suitcase and had the clothes in there too.
Oh, that's
so
fantastic.
I took a bunch of clothes. It was great. And I'm discussing the finer points of like Bobby Brown to a dude who, like an 18-year-old dude who couldn't fucking care less and just wanted to bust balls. And I was like, well, let me take this moment to have like a fireside chat with you about R&B music. Further adding to my day.
What the fuck are we gonna do?
The fuck are we gonna do, dude?
What are we gonna do? I don't think it's probably not cute anymore. You know?
No.
Like, what are we gonna do with our lives now?
I don't know, man. I think we hit the wall a little. I'm gonna try and not ruminate on it too much. Even last night, I mean, the woman I went out with was 26, and I was saying things that she just legit did not know about. And I was like, she's like, how old are you anyway? And I'm like, I'm 35, almost 36. And she's like, holy shit, you're old.
Whoa!
I know. I mean, let's poll the audience. Is 35 years old? Like, if you're like a 21-year-old girl, are you looking
get
at me
us.
like,
let us know here.
Yeah, I mean, I said, it's like I have gray in my beard right now. My hair, I mean, I still feel young, I guess. You're kind of like, if you're listening to like 15 to 20, I think is going to be like the crisis. At least for me, it's going to be like the crisis episodes where you view a man in decline. Because, once I get on, my whole fucking mental thing is like women are my trigger. And this whole, and coupled with the fact that I'm kind of ramping up on new medication, man. I keep talking about it, obviously. It's going to be a weird couple weeks.
No, we're gonna have a talk. Me and your girl. We're gonna have a sit down.
Yeah, I'll give you her address because she's on Facebook. You can.
That's all right. I know where she lives. I'm all good.
You can write her a fucking letter, man. Okay. I'd be like, yo, Roni, I heard you're a real Roni. Man, you can look that up because I heard it. We came up with a bunch of vernacular on this podcast, and people tell us that they're starting to use.
I love that.
I know. Somebody actually used the line, I'll eat the pussy till I burp with somebody, which was great.
We were the kings of creating our own vernacular on tours. It was like, by the time we got back, we were just saying shit that were English words but had absolutely no context for any person that wasn't with us.
No, it's like, 70, dude, will that burn your tower? Yes. And we knew exactly what we meant,
I haven't said burn your tower in 3 years. That one's coming back.
Yeah, will it burn your tower, man? That's all we used to use. And bands that would go on tour with us just be like, what the fuck are they talking about?
What are you saying? What the fuck is wrong with you?
We've got a code language, man. It's like the Minutemen had a code language or some shit. Yeah, well, and burn your tower. It's so. And actually, somebody posted. I googled burn your tower, and somebody actually posted it on Urban Dictionary.
Oh yeah, it's on Urban Dictionary. It's a real thing to somebody somewhere.
It's great. I love it. But yeah, if you want to use some of our vernacular, start with burn your tower. Like, hey, Andrew, will it burn your tower if I fuck your girlfriend?
Perfect. That's your homework for the week. Perfect. You fucking use burn your tower 5 times this week.
Yeah, like, oh, dude, like, I cut that dude off in traffic. I must have really burned his tower. Like, hey, and then, like, but Sean Duty would use it like, I don't mean to burn anyone's tower, but I really have to piss.
I vaguely remember photoshopping a picture of Sean Duty in a fireman suit in front of a burning tower. I should see if I can find that.
Oh, and when we go through the toll booths in Albany, and there was that that refinery right next to it with a burning tower.
Oh, that's right,
like,
yeah.
Hey, Sean Duty, look, it's a burning tower, dude. And he'd be like, oh. And of course, he was in a state, so we're driving to Syracuse, like 2 hours away, and he'd be like quiet the whole time. And of course, I'd be like, hey, Goody. Hey, Goody. Hey, Goody. And I'd scream his name. Goody! I'd scream his name. What? What could you want now? What? Just fucking riding my man the whole time. Riding.
We wonder why he explodes when he gets to Syracuse and fucking storms around town by himself for 3 hours trying to fucking even himself out.
See, we're going to kind of make this the Sean Duty episode because that's exactly what happened. He had a meltdown and I think his saving grace was that he didn't take a cab back to Albany.
Yep. If he had taken a Greyhound, that would have been it.
That would have been it. And
never leave the tour.
I did not learn. I know I did not learn from his error, but yeah. Damn it! But he had I don't even know why he did, but of course you and I were just sitting there laughing at him. And I remember you stormed by us and bumped into me, and I'm like, okay, tough guy, Jesus Christ. See, Sean Duty, you needed to be here to defend yourself because we're gonna put the clown suit on you tonight. Right, asshole. You got the honky nose. You got all that shit.
Oh man, it must be absolute hell to tour with us.
Absolutely, I think. I mean, if you're because it is in a lot of ways, it's like a prison vibe, where you're if you show any type of weakness, we're gonna work it.
Mm-hmm. Fresh fish.
Exactly. If you open up, you show any kind of fucking weakness, forget it. I'll bust your balls all day.
Speaking of Sean Duty, let's get this. I already posted it on the Tumblr, but I want to put this out for people who are listening. We have had on our Tumblr, on the Self-Defense Family Tumblr, we've had more than one woman, or maybe it's the same woman posting multiple times, saying things that they like Sean Duty's voice, that they would sleep with Sean Duty, they would date Sean Duty, all this shit. Always anonymous.
Yeah, which is probably Sean Duty on his
It's very possible.
Yeah, on his VIC 20 white PC desktop PC.
Cigarette burns all over the fucking plastic.
Exactly. Amazing.
So what I want to do to get Sean Duty back on here, I want to do a dating game.
Yeah,
where
absolutely.
we sit in this room and women willing to go to the Asian market with Sean Duty.
Yeah.
Can call in, and Sean Duty can ask them weird questions about fucking magazine records, and they'll be like, "Oh, I don't know what that is, but it sounds cool."
I'm willing to learn. I'm willing to learn for you, Sean Duty. Amazing.
And we'll do a kind of a millionaire matchmaker thing with Sean Duty. It'll be like the fucking the 100 air matchmaker.
The 100 air matchmaker, the $10 air matchmaker. The paid in cash rally blues dude, Jesus Christ.
So
I wanted. Oh, we have to have an announcer too. Be like, contestant number 1.
Oh, without a doubt.
Sean Duty is giving you oral sex, but he's not moving it the right way. Do you A, grab his head and tell him, "Try again, soldier"? Do you B, take it, bring it up later over brunch with bated breath, of course? Do you not bring it up at all and stare at the ceiling, the drop ceiling tiles, and imagine...
Wonder what made that stain.
Yeah, I wonder what made that stain, and try not to freak out because there's a spider near you.
All right.
Perfect.
So
that's a little. That's a
preview.
Yeah.
That's a peek inside the cover. So, you want in? Get at us on Facebook. It's facebook.com/overnightdrive. Mm-hmm. Just ask us at overnightdrive.com. Or shoot us info at overnightdrivepodcast@gmail.com. All one long word. Overnight Drive Podcast. Mm-hmm. Hans, you were thinking about setting up like a voicemail or some shit. And we'll get that set up where people can call in, if I can leave them messages, whatnot.
I'm gonna try and make it. I'm gonna try and make it 1-800 overnight. or something like that.
Yeah,
just so you can
we'll figure out something good.
Yeah, in case you. I mean, if you. And the best calls, it's kind of like the wine line on your local sports radio show, where the best calls will get on the air. We'll splice them into the podcast.
So we got we got things we got to do. We got some stuff to do on our end. But yeah, if you want in on this, see something, say something.
Mm-hmm. See something, say something. Exactly. If you ever want to get into the mind's eye, if it's Sean Duty's mind's eye, if you ever want to understand, because it'll be a learning situation for all of us. We'll all understand a little bit more about Sean Du, and because I think he is at heart a delicate, giving lover, and although he is very much self-involved and quibbles a lot and worries a lot about his own life, I think he's just a dude who has a lot of love to give. I fuck that. I can't even lie about that shit. I'm sorry. Motherfucker's a mess. You want to get groped fucking in New York, come hang out with Sean Duty. All right. You want to have like an awkward finger bang session.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I got to switch from water to wine. I gotta fucking make that jump right now.
Yeah, I got to just opened a tall can of Negro Modelo. That's where I'm at right now.
All right, you finally finished the Monster, or are you double fisting it?
I finished the Monster, and the Monster is growing inside me.
All right, fair enough.
But I'm also thinking of that Stewart's chocolate ice cream pint. Should I eat that? I mean, you eat a pint of ice cream, you're going to gain probably 5 pounds.
It's possible.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yes.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you for enabling me. I understand that whereas you are a very good friend of mine, you also enjoy enabling my behaviors.
Well, I mostly just want ice cream right now.
Oh, yeah.
And it's my day where I'll have that ice cream. I think I might go get a milkshake after this.
Oh, yeah. Are you going to go to the fake health food store?
No, I might go to a diner where they make a milkshake, like a real mean milkshake.
Yeah, but man, that life, man. I wish I could go to a diner right now, man. Life is so fucking hard, dude. Not really at all. I don't know why I complain so much. Honestly, I got a decent job. I just don't have that. I just don't have that companionship, Andrew. I just need that. I need that companionship. I gotta hang out with a dog sometimes. That's like my companionship right now.
Let's get you a dog, and that'll be good.
No, because then I'll end up doing weird stuff with the dog. It'll just be a bad scene. Yeah.
The dog will be taken away from you shortly.
Like, here, Polly, remember? Yeah, remember this? Remember when, No? Okay.
As long as we're talking...
as long as we're talking about bestiality.
As long as we're talking about doing shit with dogs. And as long as we're talking about upcoming episodes and, specials, shit like that.
Well, because we're at number 15. Who knew it would last this long?
I did.
Okay,
I knew.
Good.
We're locked in for the long haul.
I
didn't tell you this, but I signed a contract for 300 episodes.
Oh, awesome.
So, we're going to jail if we don't fit. Oh, I got well paid, yes.
Oh, fuck. I hate my life again.
Your check didn't come? That's weird.
No, that's weird. Wow. What you're saying, as long as we're talking about future episodes.
We discussed this a little bit over text, but this upcoming football season, we don't know when. We don't know exactly, how long in, but the Seahawks and the Giants are playing a home game here.
Holy
I
shit.
think that it is our duty as podcasters and Americans to find a way to record a podcast live at that game.
Dude, unbelievable, right?
Yeah.
We really, 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 really have to go.
Now, I know how this ends. This ends with us being detained by security because we have wires sticking out of our shirts as we walk into a football game. Sounds worth it to me.
Oh, my God, dude. You have no... I mean, I'm going to run on the field, first of all. No question. Fan on field situation. We're going to, figure out a way to live broadcast from that shit. Or put up, a YouTube video or something. We're going to be in the cold
weather.
Good. Something great. You realize that as I have less and less going on in my life, I have become more and more engrossed in my love of Seahawks football. So much so that I sent the Seattle Seahawks my resume.
You fucking did not.
I really did. And I sent them a. I wish I could reach my depressing mail pile of unpaid bills. I could find that letter because I got a reply.
Holy shit!
Yeah, I did. No, it wasn't. It was just like, thank you for your interest in the Seattle Seahawks. Blah blah blah. Here's how it works. We put your resume in an endless pile, and if we figure out that we need to hire you, we will. Which is cool. And I got a letter from the Seahawks, and that was like really made my fucking day.
If you move to Seattle, I will move to Seattle.
No shit. Really?
I'll do that shit.
No shit.
Yeah.
Fucking do it, man. Oh, because I need to have, it's kind of like, you can never go home again. I need to have like a positive experience in the Pacific Northwest.
That's true.
I had some positive experiences. My time, as I detailed today in the I Fucked Here blog, I had a positive experience in Olympia, but I was also broke and squatting at college. So, not
positive
really,
to a degree.
Yeah, positive to a degree. Not really. Not a good look for a 20-year-old, but hey. So anyway, so I sent them the letter, and I sent them this really passionate cover letter about how much I love the Seahawks.
You saved a copy, I hope.
Oh, I did. Yes, of
Excellent.
course. Yeah, and I could actually, I think I'll post it up on the Tumblr tomorrow because I wrote it at work, and I mailed it out from work. And I kissed the envelope before I put it in the mailbox.
Of course.
And, one of these days, man, if I got a job working in the office, because I'm an executive assistant, I work with, millionaires, high-powered people, so I have, that experience. I know how to, coddle a lot of people. I know how to, hold their BlackBerry during a meeting, and I have to answer their emails for them and shit like that. Just, executive stuff. If I could do that for the Seahawks, I would eventually end up playing middle linebacker. That's my
of course.
That's my line of thinking. That's because they need Leroy Hill's out. They need a linebacker. So I think I could get in perfect shape, and I would say, "Hey, I'll play for free. I just want to play." And then during a game, in a freak accident. By halftime, all of the middle linebackers are injured. Leroy Hill's down. My man KJ Wright's down,
So it's a mess.
We're getting thin. They put out Heath Farwell, who usually only plays special teams, and that motherfucker got hurt. So who are they going to put in? Then they call me.
We got someone in the office.
Yeah, they go with someone else. I'm like, time to suit up. And they give me all my old high school number, 45.
Running down the hall, taking the tie off as you run.
I go, it's time. It's game time. I'm trying to memorize the playbook. I got people yelling at me, man.
Got Russell Wilson. Are you good? Are you good?
Are you good? Are you good, Russell Wilson? Because we're down by 17 to the Niners, and it's halfway through the third quarter. I'm like, oh, motherfucker, this is going to be a tough. But you know what? First play, I get a fucking pick six. Fuck you, Colin Kaepernick, man. You look like you haven't. You look like you didn't. You look like your face looks like you didn't cook for long enough. All right. First of all, motherfucker. All right. Let's just leave it at that. And second of all, I put my strong arm out and I push him into the ground and I make an awesome touchdown. And when we're back in it, we're only down by 11. And then inexplicably, I cause a forced fumble, and then I win the game for everybody. And then I'm heralded as a hero. And then it comes out. It's like a real folk hero story because I didn't actually get paid for the game. And then I just go back to my daily life,
That's all because you kissed that envelope.
And all because I kissed that envelope. And then I get a lot of media attention, and I go on the Jay Leno show and shit. But then that all that stuff really makes my bipolar flare up, and I end up strangling myself in a motel room. That's the end.
That's what the crystal ball is showing here.
Yeah, it took a weird turn at the end there.
All right. Well, you've inspired me. I think I want to submit an application to the Yankees now.
Do it. It's just like George
See what
Costanza.
happens.
Do you need an audio technician for the Yankees?
I think I could do a good job. I think I could do it.
Look, those Yankees are old enough. They probably need a hearing aid technician.
What if I got a job at the Yankees and then I beat fucking Dickface to death with a fucking bat at third base?
That would be amazing.
I would love if I just in the middle of the game just came out and just fucking brained the dude.
It's like
everyone's so taken aback with horror that no one's stopping me as I'm just fucking beating his fucking dead body like his legs are kicking.
And I come out dressed as Enrico Palazzo. Oh my God! Hey,
look, it's Enrico Palazzo.
I hope everyone's getting that Naked Gun reference because you're like Reggie Jackson. You're like, I must kill Kevin Youkilis. I must kill Kevin Youkilis. And then you beat him to death with a bat. And it turns out he's not as hardcore as he looks. Because
they don't even stop the play. They just keep going.
No. Everyone's like, we hate that dude, man. It's okay. It's cool. We'll just edit it out. It's like not even a live game, So that's the one. It's a freak thing with the games on tape delay. Yeah. So nobody actually sees it happen. And then they're like, whoa. And then later on, it's like, oh, Kevin Youkilis found in the East River. He must have committed suicide because he sucks so bad.
We just lost half of our listeners. When we started talking about football, everyone tuned out. And the fact that we did it for 20 minutes, and we all like those fucking the Fey dudes with the hardcore shirts are all gone right now.
Guess what? Call a fucking cop. All right. Someone in the Tumblr land wanted to get an overnight drive tattoo, and it's something with "call a cop" underneath it.
I support that.
Absolutely.
That'd be nice to get a tattoo under our belt. It took a long time for the band.
Well, yeah, if people are finally getting, I talked to a really, really nice person from Beham right now, who she has a end of year tattoo.
Weird.
And I didn't know that at the time, and she's like, well, is it weird if I tell you that? Because she's from the South, of course. She speaks like foghorn leghorn.
So you're talking to fucking what's her name from Golden Girls?
I was going to say, for some reason, I wanted to say Dorothy Hamilton, but she's like a figure skater.
Is that Dorothy Hamilton?
Remember when Dorothy Hamilton? Because I heard Dorothy, and I thought Dorothy from Golden Girls.
I gotcha.
That's cool. That's where my train of thought is. Oh no, but she's like, well, I hope it isn't weird, but I got an end of a year tattoo on my knee, on my leg.
That is extremely weird.
I was like, that's cool. I thought it was neat, and it's about Michael. It's about Michael Larson, which is great.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, and I had to explain about that song and how it was fun to play and everything. It's like a weird lost life. I should pull a Rat. Rat has two different versions.
You just want to do your version?
Yeah, like Rat. I should just restart end of a year because it's like with all jobbers and I'll sing.
It's like dead property now. It's up for grabs.
Yeah, that would be amazing. Not at all.
Somebody on the Tumblr today said that instead of doing a U.S. tour, we should just do a night with Self Defense Family, where we just play 4 or 5 spots for like an hour and a half and just do like VH1 storytellers.
Oh my God!
Just get people to come. Just play some old songs, some new songs, sit around and fucking talk that shit. I actually thought it was a great idea.
An amazing idea. I don't see Patrick doing that at all.
No, definitely not.
We could do that anyway, though. Just invite. We could get Steve Hegner up there.
Yeah, there you go. I'm sure he'd be easy to find.
Dave Ziedman. Yeah,
also easy to find.
Also easy to find. Look under any tarp in anywhere you find Dave Ziedman. I think for sure. You got Seth Saka, you got Chris T, all these people coming in, like the one-time jobbers. You got Andy Rice coming in,
Mm-hmm.
That'd be great. That would be a great idea that'll never happen, sadly.
Yep, most likely.
We could do a reenactment of me, like the band leaving me off at LAX.
A night of theater.
A night of theater, brought to you by Rolaids.
Jesus. That's. I'm pretty excited at the idea. That I doubt it'll ever bear fruit.
I think we should do Overnight Drive the musical, just so I can use the song "I'm a Man Now." I'm a man now, and I could use it because I wrote in my head in a dream. I wrote a song about coming of age called "I'm a Man Now." I don't know if I ever told you about that.
No, this is news to me.
It's like I'm a man now, and then the crowd goes, "You're a man now?" No, the crowd says, "You're a man now," and then the Sean Duty character says, "I'm a man now," and then the crowd says, "You're a man now." It's really bad.
This is fucking weird. Holy shit!
It's a dream I had a couple months ago, and
wow.
I think it would make a great musical right after Sean Duty sings ABBA karaoke.
Fuck, I feel like I just looked down a deep well, like when you're looking down some shit and you're afraid you're going to fall in. I just had that.
I never told you, I cannot believe I never told you my Sean Duty "You're a Man Now" dream.
No,
he was doing musical theater.
Wild.
But he looked like he was older, and had a big beard, and everyone's like, "You're a man now," and he's like, "I'm a man now."
Holy shit!
Yeah, it was really, really, really weird.
Holy
really weird.
fucking hell. My God.
Yes.
I learned this week. New birth control for men on its way. It's being tested right now.
No way, dude.
It's like a gel that I guess kills sperm upon it passing. I don't exactly know how it works because I'm not a fucking doctor.
So is it like spermicide, or is it like is it something you take?
That's the trick. This is a one-time per 10 years injection into your penis.
Into it.
Like let that marinate.
Yeah, but try to convince the girl you had that done. You'd have to carry like a laminated card with you saying you got it done. But no, baby, I got the shot. It's cool.
It's cool. They gave me this tattoo in the inside of my lip.
Yeah, like let me in there raw, and then she'd be like, "No fucking way, dude." You know, like I mean,
well, that's my thing. I really want that very, very badly. Like I really want that, but at the same time, if I were to get into a clinical trial. The minute I saw somebody pull a needle out, I'd be like, I can't. I'm sorry. Sorry, bro. Like, I'm sorry I wasted your time with this. I gotta go.
I would channel my ocean of self-hatred and allow them to punish my penis many times with needles.
I'm really fucked up. If anyone knows how to get into these clinical trials, definitely hit us up. Because I want to have the option to try it. But
would you try it? Would you try it? And then like, what would the trial consist of? Like, would you have your girlfriend go off birth control so you could like try?
That's the thing. I don't know how they even test that. If do I have to go in and jerk off every week? Who knows? But
I think that's probably what it. I think that's probably what it is. Yeah,
most likely.
And you know that they probably don't have like good porn there. They're probably like magazines.
Probably not. Like, you're probably just using your fucking your mental reserves.
I have a vast mental reserve, but
I assumed you would.
I have a couple go-tos though. Like I don't think about too much. Like there's only, of the depressingly large amount of women I've slept with, it's I only think of a couple times and recently that it was like really really good. I don't think about, I used to have like because it was always like spaced out. Like I would have sex like once a year, but now it's like much more concentrated. So I think there's this girl who I met on OkCupid. The girl I talked about, I think I talked about her. No, I was a different girl. Or was that? I can't remember now. Forget it.
Oh man, the fog.
The fog has descended upon my mind. No, it was the girl I picked up while I was a DJ, and she stayed at my house for a day and a half. That was good. That was some good sex.
All right.
That was great, and I think about that. Think about that all the time. Never let it out of my mind.
Interesting. Do you think she's packing her bags right now? You're fucking creeping the shit out of her?
No, I never talked to her again.
Oh, wow. Okay, never mind.
No, I never got to the Facebook or phone number or anything.
It was just a thing. It was a passing moment.
I'd say two ships was more like two barges passing in the night, like two garbage barges passing in the night. Two yachts, two beautiful ships. No, it's two like shitty barges being pulled by tugboats passing in the night. Yeah, that's I think that would be awesome. Male birth control it's a thing that's I wonder how that would change like the whole sexual politic though. If you took, because condoms are one thing, but if you took like actual birth control, like real birth control into your hands, like it would be like, because it's like a bargaining chip with a lot of women. Like, oh, I'm in the pill, but blah blah blah. But if you're a man now, if you're a male and you get on that, it's like, now I've got, a bargain. I guess kind of a bargaining chip. I don't know. I wonder if it makes you go crazy and emotional like birth control does with women.
That's very possible. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. I'm gonna get in that clinical trial. We're not gonna have a podcast for 3 weeks, and then you'll do one solo. You'll be like, I haven't spoken to him. At one point, I went down there and he dropped ketchup and started to cry, and I left because it was awkward.
He dropped the bottle of ketchup on the floor and it broke, and he started crying. Locked himself in his room. Said, "Don't touch me, don't talk to me. I feel weird. I feel ugly. Don't look at my body." It's like, fuck. Okay.
Fuck.
This birth control is giving me pimples. I know it.
Oh my fucking Christ! Yeah, I can't wait for that. It's gonna be exciting.
Chauvinistic to say, like, come on, that shit happens, man. You get mad emotional when you take those fucking pills.
We'll get those. We'll get the angry Tumblr questions if it is. That's how I find out when things are chauvinist, because I say them and then somebody gets angry at me on the internet.
Yeah. Speaking of Tumblr, we should probably hit some questions.
Let's do that. Before we do that, I had a thought today. Have you ever had a $1 million idea and you know it's a $1 million idea, but you can't fucking do anything with it? It's like, beyond your abilities to create it.
That's like the idea I had for Small Dick Hot Chick, the porno site, where I would be a porn actor, but the whole thing is it's not necessarily like it doesn't necessarily turn you on to watch. It's just more of like a sociological thing, because sometimes I'm like nervous and I'm not very good and I can't get it up, and that's what you watch, and it's kind of like human interest.
It brings you back.
Yeah, it brings you back, but sometimes it's really good. So you're basically paying $20 a month for like a dice roll. You're like, oh, maybe this will be a hot porno, or maybe this guy will come in 2 seconds, or maybe he can't get hard, that kind of thing. I think that'd probably be like a $10,000 idea, but alas, I have never done it. Closest thing
might still be time.
Might still be time. You never know. But so what's your idea?
I had the idea yesterday to create a cologne that just smells like WD-40.
Oh my god, that's a great idea.
It just smells like you've been working. You've been working hard, but you're all gussied up.
Yeah, women love that smell.
Let that shit fucking marinate. Except I don't own any rights to make things smell like WD-40, and even if I did, I don't know how to do that shit. I don't know how to make colognes.
Oh my god.
It really sucks.
Yeah, but you have to. I think you have to do it though. I mean, or you could just spray WD-40 on yourself.
Well, I was thinking about that, but then I realized that I was about to spray WD-40 on myself. I thought against it.
Have you ever been like pumping gas and you dump gas all over your hand and you just let it chill?
No, but maybe that's a good idea too.
I did that today. Like I pumped it up, and lately my gas tank's been like the automatic shut off doesn't work for some reason.
Excellent.
So the shit shoots all over my hand, and I just let it chill. I like the smell.
All right.
Is that a bad thing? Is that why I can't form complete sentences?
Yeah, that could be why. A large part of your brain's been eroded.
Oh yeah, that shit's been going on for a while. Like I said, in episode 5 or 6, when I lit the porno book on fire and I inhaled the fumes, I immediately felt dumber. Yeah, that was pretty good.
I feel like that was one of the most overlooked stories. I think that was the episode where you couldn't hear everything very well. But that was without a doubt one of my favorites overnight drive moments.
I think for Overnight Drive 20, we should just do a greatest hits.
Yeah,
a
clip show.
Would be a clip show, a vast. It would be a vast. That would be a vast task to undertake, for sure. Oh wow, I've spent 90 hours listening to Overnight Drive. I fucking hate everybody now.
My brain is oatmeal. All right, so what do we got for questions? Oh, we got a lot today. Why am I not seeing these in my email? This is fucking strange.
Because it's weird. Tumblr, after a while, they don't tell you. So we have 16 questions, and you only get notified of 3.
Wow. All right.
First question: where is Sean Duty? Where is Sean Duty?
Good question.
Right now?
That's a very good question.
He's washing dishes in a vegan restaurant.
I'll say right now, Sean Duty's sitting on 2 dish racks for a commercial dishwasher, put sideways into a chair. He's sitting there with his head in his hands, listening to 2 men speak in Spanish.
Awesome.
It's almost exactly where Sean Duty is right now.
Holy fuck!
So they're not talking to each other. They're both on Bluetooth headsets.
No, I think he's laying on his bed masturbating to magazine right now.
Also possible.
Yes. No, I think he's having a threesome with 2 incredibly hot punker girls.
It's 8:09 at night on March 17th. Yeah. I'm gonna ask Sean Diddy where he was at that exact moment, and we'll have an answer for that.
Him. Oh, text him. I'm going to be like, where are you? I'm going to text him right now and see if he gets back to me. Yeah, where's his number? I have him in his goodie on my phone, but it's his old number. So I know everybody wants to hear that.
Text Sean Duty and say, where are you? ?
That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing right now.
Here's your message to Sean Duty. Ready to send it?
Yes.
Perfect. Thank you, Siri.
I'll send your message.
I'm the biggest asshole on earth right now.
I just texted him, where are you, as well.
Excellent. Why? What's wrong? What's wrong?
He'll know something's going. Oh, we should prank him the fuck to death right now. Oh, my God. Dude, serious shit's happening. Oh, I wish I hadn't texted him, because you could have told him, I got my legs crushed in a car accident or some awful shit. Damn it. One of us has to text
Hans
him
lit
next
himself
time.
on fire at a gas station. We can't talk about it.
He got really rich for a minute and then couldn't deal with the pressure and hung himself. It's amazing. Did he get back to you? I'm really into. I'm waiting with bated breath here. Reply. Bated breath.
All right. While we wait, let's see what else came in.
Tumblr.
Oh, and this is good. I'm drinking your red wine whiskey concoction, and I think I found Jesus, but now I'm dying. Okay, thanks. Okay, thanks.
Cool. Hey, the wine bloom does that. The wine bloom, it takes you up, and then it brings you straight down. Because the red wine makes you feel fine, but then the whiskey or the scotch just makes you feel like a piece of garbage you are. I got a text back from Sean Duty that says, work.
Yep, I got the same one, work.
Oh, now what are we going to do? Now what do we say? When you get a chance, call. I don't know, man. What do we say to Sean Doom? You should prank him. You should be like, Steve Albini wants to record the full-length album.
I don't know.
I don't know if I like him.
All right, what else we got?
So I found out this week that my housemate has lied about literally everything since I've known him.
Okay.
I've had my suspicions for a long time, but this week I was able to confirm those suspicions and discovered he has lied about money, girls, his job, being on holiday. I'm guessing you're from either the UK or Australia.
Sounds right.
Even friends dying and his mum having cancer. What a piece of garbage. Kick this motherfucker out. I believe he has done this because he has no friends and thought it would make him more popular. Oh my God.
Jesus. Where do you live? I know we know where you live, but where do you live?
Do I ask him to move out, or will that send him over the edge and possibly lead to suicide? Okay.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Do I kick him out, ask him to move out? 100% yes. I lived with a sociopath.
You really fucking did. It's one of those things.
I really did.
It's not something we should get into in the podcast because it's it's a little sad and it's not like it's not something to like fucking have a goof on. But you live with a legitimate fucking psychopath.
And it was a sad deal because a lot of the stuff he couldn't help, but he was the worst person ever, and a legitimate like dyed in the wool sociopath.
Yeah,
no question. And so, but my roommate and I made the fatal error of letting him kind of dig his heels in and put stakes down when we knew that it was only going to get worse. Do yourself a favor. All that shit will that send him over the edge, lead him to suicide? That's a him problem, okay? If he loads a moving truck and drives down the block and shoots himself, that's a him problem, okay? Honestly, it doesn't sound...
I'm laughing at that.
Well, it's true, because you don't want to be friends with this dude because he has lied about literally everything, and he sounds like a fucking psycho.
Yeah.
Not pals, not mates, not friends, not anything. You can deal with taking on the burden of an extra, basically paying double rent, for the luxury of not living with a psycho.
Absolutely.
And... yeah, basically. I mean, I feel strongly about this because I was essentially edged out of a really nice living situation because he became so insufferable that I couldn't live there anymore. And I actually retreated to New York, and it was like not where I wanted to be, but it was like he really accelerated that process because he was just so terrible. It only gets worse. So.
Yeah. It's like you're gonna hit like a glass floor, being like, "Oh, okay, so this is where this ends." Nope.
It never ends. It never ends. This will only get worse. He'll start lying. I mean, you don't know. He's probably told tons of lies about you too.
Oh, without a doubt.
I mean, this motherfucker told tons of lies about me. This is the dude who told everyone I made a girl pregnant.
Wow. Jesus.
And spread that around, which was just awesome. And so because I told him once that was my worst nightmare, so he took that and fucking ran with it. And he's like,
"Fuck, this is the first I've heard of this, but this is fucking horrifying."
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was just great.
Jesus Christ! I have to get our mutual friend Nick. I've got to get him on here when he's in the same town as me, and to tell the story about his roommate he had who. Was a real nutcase, and I think one of the last days he was living there, dude got home and heard people up on the roof. It was like, what the fuck is going on? and goes up on the roof, and his roommate is there with 2 other people, and he's dancing around naked on the roof with a handgun.
Oh my God.
And their roof is directly below the Williamsburg Bridge. So anybody on the bridge or like driving past could look down and just see a naked guy with a handgun on a roof.
Oh, it sounds great.
Yeah,
it's such a New York story.
It's a deep fucking well. I'll see if I can get him on there to let some of those loose.
Please do.
So yeah, for this dude, I would maybe ask this guy to bounce and pay a few $100 in rent for a month or 2 while you look for somebody who's not a lunatic.
Yeah, or move or pull what I did and move out on him, and say, well, I found a 1-bedroom and no, I'm not telling you my address. Fucking fuck yourself.
Been real.
Got appeal, dude. Okay.
What else we have here? Are either of you into pro wrestling? If so, favorite wrestlers?
I like the Heartbreak Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels, only because he had the best theme song. He's like, "You're a sexy boy, you're a boy." So sleazy. I like Ravishing Rick Rude.
Sean Duty just texted me his next day's off.
He didn't text me his next days off. What a fucking asshole.
Yeah, if we're talking about wrestlers I grew up with, no problem. I'll go all day on that. Because I grew up in the heyday of the Ultimate Warrior and fucking Hulkamania and Macho Madness, all that shit.
Do you remember when Ultimate Warrior did that I think they call it a vamp, or a promo about hijacking Hulk Hogan's plane while he's flying on his way to WrestleMania? He's like... Okay, he's like, and I'll grab seize the controls, Hulk Hogan, and I'll crash that plane into the ground. He's like freaking out. I'll have to post it up because it's so good.
That is pretty fantastic.
He's all like coked up, worked up. As far as dudes, like, Goody just texted me his days off as well.
Oh, Sean Duty.
Okay. My next day's off for Tuesday and Wednesday. Wednesday, can we do the Sean Duty dating game? You think we could do that?
Wednesday.
I think I'll be present. I have to be present.
Yo, you got to be here. Yeah, that's a trick. We all got to be in the same room.
All right. Well,
we'll figure it out.
Next. What if nobody calls? That'll be like the real heartbreak show.
We'll have
like
to.
No girls call.
We're gonna have to have everyone set up for that first. That might not be till overnight drive 20 or 30 at this rate, but we'll figure it out.
Anyway, about wrestlers, I think definitely my favorite wrestlers growing up were the Von Erichs. They wrestled we had because I grew up in a small town, and this was before cable really took a foothold, so you could watch
you were in like
the
fucking Wrestling Central up there because they used to do all that Glens Falls Civic Center shit.
Oh, the Glens Falls Civic Center. Ric Flair would come up. I saw Ric Flair's ass because they did a stunt where somebody pulled his drawers down. It was really weird. I remember a lot of that stuff. My dad used to always take me to wrestling. It was like a slam dunk, no brainer. Wrestling and monster trucks. So the Legion of Doom, that was amazing.
I was always a demolition kid. That was the trick. When I was, but pre the 3 wrestler demolition, pre Crush, when it was just Axe and Smash.
That's so good.
I think it was Smash was like a real heavy, like bulky dude who looked like my grandfather in face paint.
Perfect.
It was awesome.
We used to get this, like, we had a local television station named TV8, which all it did was show, like, the Lawrence Welk show, like a lot of really, really, like, 9th run movies. I remember I watched The Valley of the Dolls for the first time on TV8. Yeah. But they also, on Saturday nights, they show live from the Sportatorium was very, very, very early embryonic WCW. And also they showed WCCW wrestling, which is like World Championship Class Wrestling, I think it was called, where they had the Von Erichs and the T-Birds and all these like dudes who probably like all drove in the same car to get there. Like lowest rent wrestling. And I thought it was like the coolest thing ever. And I remember being really attracted to Kerry Von Erich.
Weird.
I
believe all of those dudes fucking died by gunshot, if I'm not mistaken. I think they all blew their brains out.
That's the thing with the Von Erichs. Almost every one of them committed suicide.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking insane.
Yeah, which is really weird. And thank you for opening up that can of worms, anonymous person who asked us about wrestling.
Yeah, well, we got to talk about Ravishing Rick Rude, which I don't find an excuse to do much these days.
No, and he was, in fact, ravishing. I mean, Google image search Ravishing Rick, and it's RUUD.
Oh, yeah.
And that dude looks like Magnum P.I. if Magnum P.I. was, like, way hotter.
Fucking, like, 0% body fat.
Yeah. Like, he was the first real, like, hot dude to, like, become, like, a wrestler, you know? Like, and he was, like, he had, like, abs. He was, like, the sexy boy. He had, like a curly mullet, which is, like, probably not the best, but...
he made it work for him. It's all right.
He made it work for him, you know. I remember SummerSlam. Bobby the Brain Heenan was his manager for a while. Bobby the Brain. And, it's cool. You know, if you Google search Ravishing Rick Rude, you don't actually see anything.
Oh, that's a shame.
Hold on. Yeah, that's a shame.
Well,
I mean, I know what I'm... Oh, wait, there it is. I spelled rude.
Oh, it is just regular rude?
It's RUDE, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he looks hot.
He's looking good.
He's looking real good.
I'll see if I can find his intro music to play us out tonight.
Oh, please. That'd be great. There's a little blurb here. Don't be deceived by the manager label that now hangs around Rick Rude's neck. Don't think one split second that this Robbinsdale, Minnesota native is a pushover, or you'll be in for a rude awakening.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit. AKA, I'm hot.
For whoever wrote this, our sister / rival podcast, Kissing Contest. I know Mike is deep into pro wrestling. He's been essentially live blogging WrestleMania on Facebook for the past 2 weeks now. So definitely check them out. And speaking of, I didn't want to bring this up because another one of my favorite podcasts had mentioned this last episode, but I'm just so fucking excited that I can't not bring it up. Mm-hmm. The documentary for Glow, Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling, is going to be on this week. And actually, after we wrap here, I'm going to try and download it.
Oh, God, if you do, let me know. Give me a link,
so
me, bro.
Excited. If I download that shit, I won't watch it until we're both in the same room, and we could just fucking live cast watching that.
Oh, man. Glow was fucking so good, man.
I'm so excited.
Oh, my God. Remember the punker girls who came out with a fucking chainsaw? Mm-hmm. That was so cool. And they'd be like, hey, like screaming. It was like such a scene. Oh, my God. I love Glow so much.
So good.
See, that's the shit. I mean, that's the shit that everybody just forgot about because it was so weird. Imagine like primetime Saturday night, 10 o'clock. You're watching women wrestle. And they're like attacking each other with chainsaws. Shit, it's really good.
So good. I'm really so excited for it. I can't even. I'm just so happy. So yeah, definitely look out for that.
Another quick one. I enjoy your candor, but sometimes I feel like I'm listening to Tucker Max, sent by a listener named Henry. I'm assuming he's referring to me because I'm the one who tells all the pussy stories. Look, if you ever saw me, you would know immediately I'm not trying to be Tucker Max. He's really into like that whole like brodacious fucking I don't even know what it's like, fraternity comedy, I guess.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of stunts and shit. And I mean, if my candor is offensive to you, I'm sorry, but I'm just trying to. Part of being on the drive is being honest at all times.
I don't like when people say things like I appreciate the candor things. I mean, apparently, maybe you don't appreciate it that
maybe
much. I don't know because. I mean, lighten up. It's even if you are listening to Tucker Max, I'll listen to Tucker Max all day. It's an interesting story. When I listen to Tucker Max, it doesn't make me a fucking like a standby rapist. It's just
exactly.
It's a thing you listen to. It's fine. It happens. I'll listen to a white power guy. It doesn't make me white power. I'll talk to him. It's who cares. It's fine.
If you're one of those drive-through fucking Jezebel feminists, I feel sorry for you, son. All right, you gotta actually read something that was printed in a book. All right. That's all I gotta say.
Thank you for listening.
Welcome to McFeminism. Can I take your order? All right.
Let's knock out one or two more and then call it.
Okay, here's one directed toward me. Again.
Okay.
Hans, have you ever been party to a threesome? A friend of my girlfriend has expressed her interest in sleeping with both of us to me. What is the easiest way to initiate, not to mention follow through and retain our friendships, relationships? This... Oh, you motherfuckers need to go back to school. This without weirding anyone out or changing our dynamic too drastically. Well, first of all, don't be fucking squares. And try to, like, live a little. When don't attach either a dollar sign or a fucking political, social construct to every little thing you do. How about you just fuck each other and enjoy being friends and not dig too deep into it.
Let it happen, and then when it's done, be like, oh, that was fun. Good times. See you at the game?
Well, yeah, exactly. Just do it. You're obviously all down, so why don't you polish off a bottle of wine, cuddle, and fuck 2 girls? Sounds good.
Yeah, problem solved. We're putting out fires all over the place tonight.
Yeah, honestly, it sounds good. Make sure it's a Saturday so you can, or a Friday, so you can, like, you know, have that next day, you know, post-coital coitus. You can,
yeah, like, who's making eggs, and you can all be playful about who's going to cook breakfast.
Yeah, exactly. You know, let them have their time too, and don't make it like a turns-taking situation though. Because I was in a 3-way where it was just like girls waiting their turn. I was like, yeah, let them get frisky with each other for a little while. You know, maybe even leave the room. All right, just try not to make it a fucking square scene, because obviously you're into that. That doesn't happen. That doesn't happen for everybody, man. You know, and don't try to be the man, and don't try to fuck them both at the same time. It's not about you, all right?
Don't make it a square scene. It's gonna be our new fucking war call.
Yeah, don't make it a square scene, all right? Make sure there's wine involved. Everybody gets a little fucking buzzed, maybe even a little drunk. Make sure you don't make anybody pregnant, and let the barrel blow. All right? Have
get
a good
that
time.
Shot in your dick. Get a big fucking jug of Carlo Rossi. Works every time.
Yeah, drink a jug of Carlo Rossi and then drink from a woman's jug, okay?
It's funny, somebody asked how I landed Gabri or how Gabri landed me. We can go into a longer answer. We're going to have her come on as a relationship counselor next time we're all in the same room. That. But short answer, I bought a jug of Carlo Rossi and we watched the first season of Lost. The fucking rest was history. So there you go.
Perfect, man. Yes. That's how a lot of maybe that was my downfall. Maybe I should have brought over some Carlo
Rossi. $10 for like a gallon of the worst wine. I don't know. It tastes like fucking shit you take nail polish off with.
Yeah, it tastes like a really watered down, sad version of NyQuil.
Yeah, it's the shit I would use it to fucking clean off the Ausrotten fucking logo off my leather jacket when I was I was like 16.
Oh man, I've got cord. I need to get this Ausrotten patch off my good jacket.
Get me the Pinot Noir.
Yeah, man. So we're putting out fires, man. I love that. That's good. No, I never knew that story. I remember when y'all started shacking up.
Oh, this just came in. Neil Young or Bob Dylan. Oh, little late to the party, man, but it's all right.
Neil Young all the way. Stupid. Little late to the party, stupid. Neil Young all day and night.
Man, we got a lot of these coming in. Jesus.
What are some tips that you could give the average dude to try to live their life better? I am
putting out fires all over this motherfucker tonight.
I am not the dude to answer that question, first of all. Although, you know what? Yeah, Andrew, first you answer it first, and then I'll answer.
All right, my first thought, without a doubt, drink a gallon of water every day.
Yeah, that's
every day.
Paramount.
No fucking exceptions. No, I drank coffee. No, don't drink soda. Don't drink fucking juice. Don't drink seltzer. None of that shit. Just drink a gallon of water a day. Mm-hmm. You'll feel a zillion times better just from doing that alone.
And you can like make a ton of trips to the bathroom and then kind of fuck around at work. But you have a reason to fuck around because you're pissing all the time.
Yep.
Yeah?
If your piss isn't clear, you're not living well. You need to fucking switch your shit up.
Yeah, if your piss isn't clear, your life isn't clear, motherfucker.
So that's first and foremost. What do you got?
You should probably try to laugh at yourself every day, all the time. And don't take yourself seriously. You got the little fucking cute little ego going right now. I know you, anonymous out there. I know you do. I know you think you got fucking strong ideals. You got a bunch of lines in the sand you never fucking cross. Dump all that shit in the fucking dumpsters. Just be fucking cool, man. Try to, you know what I mean? Don't try to make your life a square scene. Honestly, try to laugh a little bit more maybe at yourself. It'll pay dividends. I mean, and part of being an average dude is failing to live up to everybody's expectations, which I have a black belt in. And I can say with clarity that I've been the happiest. Although I am a lot of shit's gone down since I turned 30. This is the happiest I've been, just because I care very little about what people think of me, and I care very little about the state of anyone else's world or anyone else's business, really. Just live your life a little better mentally by fucking having the balls to be yourself, basically. And if you see a girl you like, talk to her. I just fucking tracked down a girl that I didn't even know existed, and I managed to do some footwork, and I tracked her down, and I went on a date with her, and it only took me a week. Just to do it. I feel good that I did it. Just fucking grow a pair of balls. Be your own man, basically. And if you have a shitty job, that's cool. You're making a little bit of money every Thursday. Yeah, that's fine. Don't worry that you have to be somebody or be somewhere or do something or be somewhere else. Just enjoy where you are now. Oh, I really should just move to Portland. No, man, just
do what you're doing now. Do it. Just do it now. Shut up. Do it now.
Yeah. Just do it now, honestly. God, man, fucking.
Like, if you're gonna move to Portland, move. If you're not, then fucking don't talk about it anymore. Just fucking hang out and do your thing.
There's a lot of social snowflakes falling in Portland right now, man. Maybe you don't want to live there. And watch football.
Watch football. Watch fucking sports.
Please.
It's in your fucking blood to compete. That's why the Romans did this shit. It's fucking fun. It's exciting. It's bombast. Yeah. It's everything that you want from fighting people, but you're a grown fucking person in 2013, so you don't need to fight people unless you're like a UFC fighter. So you watch football.
Yeah.
You watch baseball. It's not...
It's fun.
It's fun. God
cool.
damn it!
It's not. Remember, kids. Don't ever be too hardcore or too punk to actually prevent yourself from liking something.
It's fun. Competing is fun. It doesn't have to be a fucking thing.
Exactly.
Wear clothes that fit you.
Yeah. Yes. Please.
Wear clothes that fit you. Why don't you treat yourself like you want to be treated, and not wear an oversized Mets shirt everywhere, and just wear something that fits you.
Yeah.
Not only fits your body, but fits your mind.
Even if you're a size XX, you'll find some clothes that look official. It's cool. Don't worry about it. And embrace the fact that you're you, and talk copiously about your interests and things you like, and be an interesting dude and do things, and don't worry about what girls think.
Yeah. That was pretty good.
Says the guy who is crushed and crestfallen. My beautiful punk princess wasn't feeling my fucking jive. But
like I said, we're gonna sit down. We got a sit down scheduled with her.
We should just go knock on her door. Yeah, what's the fucking story?
Come on.
All right.
It's months ago.
Yeah, I would. Ain't no one gonna love you. I go down for a long time, man. I go down for a long time, man. You better buckle up. You better grab a snack when you're fucking me, because I'll go down for a long time.
I unhinge this jaw.
TMJ, fuck, too much jaw. You know what I mean? I'll be going down for a long time, man. I'll be setting an alarm clock, because you're gonna be knocked out. You're gonna have like 17 orgasms with me.
Jesus fucking Christ!
You better believe it, man. I'll fucking abuse it. Break a hip.
We already did this one. Thoughts on breast implants?
every is this becoming like a theme where every month we get thoughts on breast implants? Andrew thinks it's cool. I think it's a waste of money. I think you should be happy with your boobs the way they are. If they're too small or too big or whatever, I don't care.
The thing is, if there's something that you don't like about yourself that's causing you to freak out and not experience things, then fucking who cares? Just take care of it. Just fucking get it over with. My eyes don't fucking line up perfectly. I don't like people take pictures of me right on because I feel like I look like Sloth from the Goonies. If I could fix that shit, I probably would. That way I just don't have to think about it anymore. It's over. It's done with. It's finished. So you want to get boobs, get boobs. Go nuts.
Yeah, but no. It may speak to a larger thing. You may have body dysmorphic disorder. You may, because if you look in the mirror and you don't like what you see, that's a general problem. But if you can either get with it. I'm just talking strictly about boobs. I mean, Andrew's eyes being too close together, that's something you can't really fix unless you...
I'm trying. I'm working on it. I keep punching under one, hoping it'll move up.
Exactly. But, I think I don't know, man. I was with a woman who had double D's and they were awesome, and I was with a woman who had double A cups and didn't really need to wear a bra, and that was amazing. You know, it just the common thread was like personal bodily confidence. You know, it kind of shone through everything. Which you can enjoy when a woman like walks around naked and she just enjoys being naked because she doesn't give a fuck about what people think about her body and she loves her body. That's amazing. That never happens. It's awesome, and it never fucking happens. You know, I'm a fat fuck, but I'll walk around naked in the house when my roommate's not home. Just me and the dog, man. I'll fucking walk around naked all day.
What's up, dog?
What's up, dog? What's up? And then I allow the dog to blow me. It's amazing.
Weird.
No, come on, guys. Just kidding. Jesus Christ.
Oh, we just lost all our followers.
Oh, my God. We have no followers.
That's it. We found the point where everyone leaves.
Oh, my God. But, you know, let's bring it back and then, you know, no dog fucking. Although we managed to talk about taboo subjects again. Like last week it was Hitler, this week it's dog fucking.
Yeah. So, nobody really got too up in arms about Hitler. It was interesting.
No, you know, that's old hat, man. That shit was like 70 years ago. Nobody gives a fuck anymore. Whatever, man.
You got any more questions?
Somebody asked, you are a grown man. Why do you do this? Sad face.
What the fuck?
You are this person's name is Beast of Messer, so I'm imagining he's German because he's like, you are a grown man. Why do you do this?
Maybe he's angry about Hitler.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe that's the one. That's the dude who said about Hitler.
And that's the dude who caught feelings.
You caught. Well, hey, you know, what are you gonna do? Why do
I do this because I'm a grown man.
This motherfucker is. I just clicked on his shit. He's absolutely German.
Okay.
Cool, dude. Alles Gute. Ich liebe Deutschland.
Ein Mineralwasser bitte.
Eine Mineralwasser bitte. If you don't like it, you can unfollow us any fucking time. How about that? And you can also lick my dick on the way out.
I feel bad that we made this man make a sad face with a colon and a fucking open parenthesis.
And the fact that I may not be a grown man yet.
That's also possible.
There's still time. Andrew's his own man. He wears shiny shoes and shit. I'm not my own man. I wear fucking Vans Authentics like a fucking 18-year-old skater. You know, I have one pair of work shoes and then I wear Vans Authentic like an 18-year-old skater. So maybe I'm not a grown man yet. And I drink fucking soda before bed and like haven't done my laundry in a long time. So the term grown man has, I guess, many different colors.
I believe in you.
So, thank you. Quick guitar question. Got to be one of these, right?
Yeah, may as well.
The guitar gear / douchebaggery question. So I have an older beat-up Marshall cab, and I love it. To my ears, it sounds great. Anyway, I recently played through an Orange 412 and was surprised how good it sounded. If I'm being honest with myself, it sounded better than my Marshall. Okay, this guy really loves guitar shit.
Yeah.
I'm going to try another out, and if I like it, I might get it. My question is, does considering buying a Marshall cab an Orange cab make me a douche, or am I a douche on principle for liking the sound that came out of one? Please help.
I think you're talking to the wrong guys here.
Have you ever... clearly you've never seen me, I mean, you probably haven't seen me, but you've never seen Andrew play. Either of us play through old beat-up gear. I think that's like... Playing, I mean, if you're a touring musician, definitely not. That's like fucking delivering pizza in a Lamborghini.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like, if you like your gear, play through it. Develop a relationship with it.
That's my trick. Is all my gear is shit nobody wants, but it all speaks to me, so I don't give a fuck. Everyone who doesn't like my gear can fucking line up to suck my balls because I love it. So who cares? Yeah. If you love your fucking Orange cab, get it. If it bothers you, kick the fucking badge off of it then and fucking paint it brown.
Yeah, exactly. You don't need it. You might not even want it. But you played through one, and you probably saw a band that played through one, and now bands who tour, professional touring bands, all have like this fancy schmancy gear. Keep the Marshall, and like, you know, save money for when you get fired. Okay.
Because apparently you're getting fired, by the way.
Yeah. You don't need that shit. It's like buying Monster cables. It's like, why the fuck? You know.
No, I play through an orange cab sometimes. I like it. I think it sounds all right. But I've never missed it when it's gone. That's one of those things when we tour and we have to use somebody else's backline. We always have that first awkward day where they're like, "Listen, I have this, this fucking Marshall full stack. It's a little chintzy. I mean, what do you play with normally? Maybe I can adjust the thing." I'm like, I don't care, man. Where do I plug it in? Just turn it on. I don't give a shit. Like, I do not care. I don't care if there's a phaser and, like, an octave thing that makes me sound like I'm playing through an organ. I don't care.
That used to, like, we used to tour some real geeks, man, and they'll take one look at our gear and laugh their ass off.
Are you sure? You don't... Let me tweak the mids. I don't care. My thought is, if you play guitar effectively and emotionally, and it's a legitimate expression, you can play through a battery-powered amp on your fucking belt loop, and it will sound fucking awesome because you're just playing from the heart. Who cares?
I played on every record and did every tour with a $100 Fender pawn shop amp.
Yeah,
and it sounded okay.
It sounds great. People talk like Black Flag is one of those things that I never want to talk about because I see people skateboarding down the street wearing fucking like what is that fucking Supreme Black Flag shirt? It's like real sad shit.
Yeah, exactly.
But I listened to the first EP today, and there's a part where you can hear Greg Ginn playing guitar so hard, like so stupidly hard, that the notes inside the chord bend. Who gives a shit what he was playing through? It sounds awesome. Like, I got that dude at that moment. It was emotive, and I got it, and that's that. Doesn't matter what amp he played through. Nothing
never.
Good. I can tell you it was nothing good, but yeah.
Ain't no one, and it's like driving a Corvette. Ain't no one impressed by that shit, man. Mm-hmm. Honestly. Ain't no one impressed that you have like a 70 pedal board, Yeah. If you can establish a relationship with your amplifier and your cabinet and your guitar and not have to play through 7,000 fucking pedals,
it's pretty awesome.
Awesome. But if you have to like use 7,000 pedals as a crutch because you can't really fucking play or because you're afraid to hit your guitar too hard,
I would urge you to play keyboard at that point.
Yeah, I would urge you to play keyboard or maybe like get a job as an accountant and forget about music.
Yeah, get into spreadsheets.
Yeah, or maybe just go fuck yourself. How about that? Because there's bands that play with all kinds of pedals, and it's like that shit's just annoying. You're just dulling the signal chain at that point, and it's the least autographic thing you could ever do. Yep. It's like fucking through a sheet. It's just like, honestly, it's Nowheresville, man. Mm-hmm. All right, I want you to plug in raw to your amp, tune your amp, and love the sound you've created.
Yep.
How about that?
There you go. That's your other homework for this week. Say "Burn My Tower" 5 times and love your amp. Love your fucking sound.
And beat off to a picture of Ravishing Rick Rude.
And definitely beat off to a picture of Ravishing Rick Rude. If you can find an animated one where he's about to execute the Rude Awakening and he's doing his hip gyration, something where he just keeps gyrating around and around. I'm actually doing it right now because I'm standing. So if you can picture this, I'm just doing the Rude. I'm even holding a phantom person's head at my shoulder.
Yeah. The Rude Awakening was so good, man. He was cut from stone, that body, man. Chiseled out. Damn, that's a funny body I want. If anybody wants an example of the funny body, that's it. That's it.
That is the funny body. Holy fuck.
Oh, God. I'm going to post a picture of Ravishing Rick Rude on the Tumblr right now, motherfucker.
Oh, please do it.
I'm doing it right now, and you're going to see it, and it's going to be fucking awesome, and you're going to get a heart on because that shit is so fucking hot.
All right, while you do this, I'm going to close this shit down. All right, this has been Overnight Drive number... Are we on 15 right now?
15.
Holy
1-5,
shit.
motherfucker.
Wow. We are... we're past the first quarter. Is that right? If we were a financial institution,
yes, we are.
We're gonna have to release our stats for Q1 pretty soon.
I urge you to look at the Tumblr right now because I've just posted the most magnificent picture of Ravishing Rick Rude ever.
I'm really, really excited. Hang on one second. Let me get the iPad burning.
Oh yeah. You might want to excuse yourself. It's that hot. It's my man with tan shoulders. Let's put it that way.
Holy shit! It's so ravishing.
Oh my god! Right? Like you really do. Like it transcends sexuality. Like it transcends like sexual preference. And I'm just like that's just a hot person. Like I would probably bend over for him. No kidding.
He's a man's man, to be sure.
It's a fucking man's man. I would. It's the kind of guy who's like so hot that you could drink Miller Lite with him, and you could also probably give him a hand job.
And it's cool. It's no big deal. You do what you do.
Yeah, it's like, well, I mean, normally I wouldn't do this with a guy, but you are ravishing. you are completely ravishing. It's so weird. Anyway, this has been Overnight Drive 15.
I just posted my response to that on the Tumblr.
Oh, wonderful. Great.
This man 15. Jesus fucking Christ! It's been a minute. Oh, you all right? You just got that. All right.
Amazing work.
Well, we'll be back next week with episode 16, which is that's our mid Q2 special, where we analyze financials of Q1 and go over why we've consistently lost money since the launch of the podcast. You can get us on Stitcher Radio. You can get us on iTunes. You can get us pretty much any place that you would find another podcast these days in 2011. Tumblr is overnightdrive.com. The Twitter is overnight_drive. I keep saying I'm going to use that more, and I keep failing you, which is going to be a consistent narrative in our time together. And then Facebook is facebook.com/overnightdrive. To reiterate, women who'd like to go on a date with Ravishing Sean Duty, hit us up on any of those, or hit us up on overnightdrivepodcast@gmail.com and send your stats. Send your Facebook thing. We're going to have, depending on how many people enter the contest, we'll maybe have Sean Duty choose who he can... I don't know how that works with dating games. Do we choose like 3 or 4 people that fit the profile, and then...
We do.
It's like and then Sean Duty sits facing away from the TV, so he can't see the Skype.
Exactly, and they answer questions. We'll have like a Google Hangout, and the 3 girls will be there, and then it'll be like, okay, contestant number 1. Sean Duty will ask the question. Sean Duty will ask the questions like, okay, if you were, on a desert island, what magazine record did you pick? Blah 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 blah. Or like, and they would answer the questions, and based on the questions, he would pick one. And then he would turn around to reveal the bookish girl with glasses that he would choose.
All right.
And then they would go on a Skype date. If she's local, they would go on a real date. And then she would have reverse cowgirl sex with Sean Duty.
There you go. I would love to imagine a Skype date with Sean Duty. Must be stunning.
Must be a fucking scream.
Do you want to? If I play a record, can you hear it? All right.
Oh, I love you, Sean Duty, man. Don't think for a second there's any shade, man. It's just all love. Work. Oh, hey, if you go to ifuckedhere.tumblr.com, you can see I've done an update. Olympia, Washington, and Brookville, Pennsylvania.
I'm very excited. We've got to get into some more internet romance stories, too, on here. That's what made us famous.
I still got a couple, man. Excellent. I still got a couple under my fucking belt. We can talk. Actually, next week we'll talk about the third Sarah from Seattle, the girl who came to the end of year practice.
Oh yeah, the one I met. All right.
Yeah, the one you met.
Excellent. All right, we'll be back next week. What's our saying? I already forgot.
Don't create a square scene, man.
Yeah, don't create a square scene when you're having your 3-way. Just let it flow naturally. It's sexuality. Everyone's got one. It's all right.
Channel your inner Tupac Shakur.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just live life scandalous, man. Steal $100.
For everyone who's not having a 3-way this week, just play Skyrim. It's all good. It's pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, jerk off on your stomach and fall asleep.
Yeah, there you go. So whatever works for you. Jerk off watching the young ones.
That's cool. Great. I think I'll do that right now.
All right. We'll see you next week. Let's cue the music.
Cue the music.
He's simply ravishing.